Back by popular demand, here is 9 minutes in real time of just soldering stained glass. Nothing flashy, no jump cuts, and no sped up shots. When I started making stained glass 11 months ago, I had never soldered anything before and had zero clue how to do it. I tried watching YouTube for visual references, but it was mostly long-winded tutorials. I just wanted to watch the soldering in action, not learn the history or the science. So here's just the soldering in action for like-minded visual learners. Before I give 5 important tips to artists just starting out with soldering, be sure to bookmark this to come back to it later as a reference guide if you prefer. 1. Slow down. If you're just starting out, you're probably going too fast. Take your time. 2. Use a temperature somewhere between 360 to 410 if you have an adjustable temperature dial on your soldering iron. You can always find what works best for you later, but these are good ranges to start with, in my opinion. 3. Add more solder. If your lines are flat or inconsistent, add more solder. 4. Move around the board. Staying on the same line for too long will continue to add more heat to the glass and potentially cause a heat crack in the glass, or your solder line can melt through the bottom. 5. You say when the solder line is done. You'll see me go over the same line 2 to 4 times, and then I'll still go over it again for a final pass through later. If it looks bad, go over it again and again. Take a break and go over it again. Practice makes progress. Thank you so much for supporting my content. Be sure to hit the follow button if this type of content is helpful for you, or if you're a weirdo like me who can watch soldering non-stop and get mesmerized by the cooling of the molten metal. One last thing, keep an eye on this line as I continue to add solder to it. You will see it magically disappear and flatten out. The reason for this was I had my soldering iron too hot and I stayed on the line for too long. Right there. That flattening was the solder melting all the way through in dropping out of the bottom. This kind of goes back to what I was saying about moving around the board and not staying on the same line for too long. After this, I also turned down my temperature from 410, one notch down to 360.